Welcome back to Miller Time with Big T and Blake. What's happening, Blake?
What's going on?
Cup? What you got in that cup?
Oh, it's just ice right now.
Okay.
I'm still at work, obviously.
Well, good. Well, look, I guess everybody's wondering who that ugly mug is on the camera with us. I don't know if anybody can guess. That's my little brother, Craig Miller. He's joining us tonight. Live from Oxford, Mississippi. Welcome aboard, Craig.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you with us.
And it's Wine Wednesday.
Wine Wednesday in Oxford?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's things going in Oxford?
Fantastic. You know, we had a great weekend this past weekend, double-decker, spring football game. I don't want to talk about the baseball series. It might come up.
It won last night, though.
Yeah,
won last night.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I'm sure we will. Yeah. Double-decker was fantastic. Beautiful weather. Man, I wish y'all could have seen 2 weeks ago. This dogwood behind me was at its peak beauty. The azaleas were blooming.
I was there.
You were there. Yeah.
And what, the cold weather got them?
We've had good weather, cold weather, rain, but no, they just don't last that long up here.
Yeah. Well, Craig, just for everybody's benefit that may, not you that well, but kind of give us a brief history of how you ended up in Oxford. I know when you graduated from Ole Miss, didn't you live in Memphis for a little while?
I did. Yeah,
and then you went to New Orleans. Kind of walk us through that real brief.
I'll make it quick. Memphis for a couple of years, back to Oxford, and then got married 3 years in New Orleans. And that's where our first kid was born, where we first bought our first house. Those 3 years in New Orleans were fantastic. But we lived most of our I married Kathy, and we lived most of our adult life in Jackson, Mississippi. And which was perfect because, it's halfway between Oxford and Ocean Springs, the two nicest small towns. Loved our neighborhood in Jackson, still love Jackson, never moved out to the suburbs. My in-laws lived in Oxford forever. They passed away. We wanted to keep their house. Therefore, we bought Kathy's brother out of the house and have moved here. We found a sucker buyer for our house in Jackson, meaning Ferris, our son, bought our house in Jackson. And so he's still there. We still got the same house in Jackson, but we are here in Oxford. So I got lots of good Oxford scoop for you.
Well, that's good. And just so everybody knows, your wife, Kathy, she grew up in Clarksdale, right?
Right. Her mom was from Oxford. They lived in Clarksdale forever. They moved back to Oxford in, let's say, 1982 or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And what year did y'all get married? I can't remember.
86. 1986. Right.
And I remember that.
Well, you were there.
Time. Yeah,
you were
I was there a long time ago.
You and Dad stood next to me, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And some other people.
A few others. Right.
But that was a big day. That was a good day.
And we're back here. It's crazy.
Well, it's funny. I was thinking about today. I don't know if Ferris is going to join us or not, but we're about the only Miller men left between me and you and Blake and Ferris. I was thinking about that. We've got Lee, our cousin Lee. And other than that, I can't think of anybody.
So Thomas, I can't believe you brought that up. You're right. There's me, you, and Lee. And you know why this is? You know, I'm on ancestry.com. I've spit in the tube. I know all that. The good thing to know that what that taught me is our mother is our mother, our father is our father, because our closest relatives are Jean, little Jenny, Lee, our cousin.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I've always been intrigued because there are so few cousins named Miller. Man, we got a ton of Brooms, O'Neills, Alexanders.
We got Lee and Hayden too. Don't forget about
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
We got
do
Lee
that now.
and then Lee. Yeah. So Lee has sons. Thomas has sons. I have one son, but
I mean Hayden and Wesley, not Lee. Hayden and Wesley.
Yeah.
But do you know this? Why this is? You got to go back to, you know, Herbert, our grandfather, came from a blended family, meaning his dad, RC, who was mayor of Ocean Springs,
Right.
had one set of kids. His wife died, Maud Bass from Bassfield.
Right.
Married somebody else, had another set of kids, including Uncle Bruce. Uncle Bruce has the only son named Bruce, and he lives outside of DC. The last time I was
Oh,
there,
I didn't know that.
yeah, our daughter Murray lives in DC.
Right.
The last time we were there, I'm trying to get together with Bruce and his sons. So, but you're right. Besides the Craig Miller and Ferris, Thomas Miller and Blake, Lee, Hayden, Wesley, the closest Miller man we've got is Bruce in Alexandria or somewhere in Virginia.
Yeah.
The other one day. And you know why that is? RC, our great grandfather, who was mayor of Ocean Springs, was the only son of someone who had 9 daughters.
I didn't know that.
His father was the only son. So you got to go back generations to get another
Right.
male
Yeah.
Miller in there. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
great. Well, you know, it's
Yeah.
funny you mentioned DC. Guess who's going to DC in a couple weeks?
Who? Tell me.
Looking at him on camera.
What
Not
are you
me.
gonna do?
Not me.
Blake.
Oh yeah. Tell me
What-
about
what
it,
do you-
buddy.
Look, okay, we're not gonna get on here and share everybody's business. I'm going to DC in a couple weeks.
Oh,
To
you got a
meet
little
up
trip.
with, like, to meet up with an airline stewardess.
He don't like to talk about it, Craig.
Okay. Well, you know, Carly has stayed at Murray's house in DC.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
told him he
She's
needs
got-
to hook up with Murray.
I will.
She's-
I'm
you-
going to.
You got a place to stay. You might need to bring an air mattress for the extra bedroom, or if you're okay on the couch.
Murray should have an air mattress in DC. You would think she has enough people coming through there.
We're good. We're
That
good.
is true.
Well, let's
Carly
move
stayed
on to
there.
some. Let's move on to some sports. A bit of sports. Let's talk about Ocean Springs for a minute. We'll start with baseball. They lost in the playoffs, so their season's done. They went on.
Look at the 3 games though
They
with
took
Petal.
it to 3 games with Petal, but they lost the other night. But Blake, let's talk about the girls' golf. Talk about it.
What's
Good
your
golfer.
ring finger on your left hand, right?
They get in the ring, aren't they?
2 out of the
Ocean
last 3
Springs
years.
girls won the state championship in golf.
In
other
a
day.
little bit of a
It's-
record fashion.
Sunkist, the number 1 player, shot 12 under, which is
66,
pretty darn good.
66.
And the
she's a
boys
junior.
play. And the boys play
Next week.
next week. I got an email from Shell Landon today, basically saying they're going to be closed Monday and Tuesday for the golf tournament. So that'll hopefully they'll do good. They started spring football today or yesterday, this week. They're having a jamboree against Picayune and Theodore on May 13th, which I think both of those 2 teams are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that stacks out. But Craig, you know anything about high school sports up that way?
You know, Thomas,
Not really.
well, all those years I lived in Jackson, Uncle Win would bring stone tennis
Yep.
to Jackson, to Ridgeland when they played. So back in the day, it was Stone County and Oxford High School were in the same division. Ocean Springs was the division above. I don't know, 4, 5, 6. It might be 4 and 5. So I know all of those tennis scores when Stone always made it to state finals versus Oxford, all because of our uncle. And Stone didn't
Yeah.
even have tennis courts.
Sure.
But Ocean Springs was the division above. How's Ocean Springs tennis team doing these days?
Very well. They do the tennis different than they used to. They have they have team championships, then they have individual championships. Team championship just took place, and Ocean Springs came in second in the state. They lost to Madison Central. I believe that's right.
How about that?
In the 6A class.
Happens every year.
Yeah.
One of them
And
win,
then,
one of them lose every year.
But now next, they'll play for individual championships. And, I don't know where that is or when that takes place. But you mentioned Uncle Win. I noticed on Facebook that he was at the match wherever Stone was playing. They had a picture of him watching Stone's match.
I saw that. Cute,
So-
really cute. So surely Ocean Springs still has some offspring of Saint Amant.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
had them forever.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of them coming.
yeah. They're like, there's 2 of them right now that are playing that are the couple best players.
Robbie Wrigley's little boy is
Yeah, his
Like-
son's really good.
one
Yeah.
of the
He's young too,
one of the top players. He's only like
9th or 10th.
7th, 8th grade.
He's in high school, I'm pretty sure.
Is he?
Yeah.
But they're doing good. But
I always
all right, well,
heard.
let's get,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry, you go.
No, I always heard the easiest way for a girl to get a college scholarship was to get on the golf team.
It's
Is
golf.
that true? It's golf.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
I think
we
that is-
actually today and yesterday we hosted the Class 1A Girls State Championship at Hattiesburg Country Club. Whopping total of 8 girls participated. And
Really?
yeah, it's a joke. I mean,
Was anybody from St. Patrick there?
no, they're not Class 1A. They're like 3A.
Oh, really?
They used to do it where it was 1A, 2A, 3A together because there's not that many people, which is how it should be. And now you get Class 1A having 8 people.
Yeah.
Joke.
Wow. Well,
Just giving trophies
let's
out.
get to the elephant in the room, Ole Miss baseball. So, what do you think is going to happen with our coach, Craig?
So, we beat Mississippi State last night. The
Yeah,
Governors
it doesn't
did,
even
I
matter.
know. Yeah.
after losing the series this past weekend. I didn't go. We need to talk about this past weekend because double decker, spring game, Ole Miss Mississippi State series all happened. But, Mike Bianco won't be back next year. And word on the street is you might need to talk to Tate about this because Tate's friends with Mike's son, Ben Bianco. But all the women in Oxford love Cami Bianco and are so sad to see her go. But Mike's gone. Unless he gets us to Omaha. But yeah, Mike's gone. Remember a month ago we were ranked number 1 in the nation? And
Well, maybe a little more than a month ago, yeah. But-
6 weeks ago. What happened? It has been.
And
It has not.
Every time Ole Miss gets to number 1 in February or March, it's like,
It's a kiss of death. It's a kiss of
I
death.
mean,
Yeah. And this has
but
happened
this year has been
more than
one of the worst
once.
Pitching, yeah,
And
yeah,
we knew the pitching was going to be not, that we knew it was
Sure.
going to be weak.
right.
Even when we still made it to number one. So we
Mhm.
knew that was
But-
going to happen, but
we got the same, basically the same batters, the same other players that we had last year. And
Yeah.
they really haven't, other than Tim Elko, they haven't showed up. And it's just a shame. I've been a supporter of Bianco all these years.
Sure.
But when you can't beat Mississippi State in a series since 2015, I mean, it's time.
Wait, it's been longer than that since Ole Miss beat Mississippi State in a series, right?
I think they said 2015.
15.
I think
Okay.
that was
I
in
got you.
Oxford, though.
Well, maybe
It
it
might have
was
been in
Oxford.
Oxford. Either way,
Yeah, it's
I mean,
yeah, I mean
can't beat
everybody
them.
want, yeah, you want to go to Omaha and it hadn't happened, it only happened once,
Yeah.
and so change is good. I have confidence in Keith Carter, our athletic director. He's fantastic.
Well,
He
I
brought
like
Kiffin
Keith
on.
Carter, but I think he did good hiring Kiffin. But the other hire he made for basketball, I ain't so sure about that.
Kermit.
That may be
Oh,
that one
Scott.
needs to go.
What do you know about Coach Yo, our women's basketball? Women's basketball. We went to more
we're
women's
talking about bad.
basketball.
We're dogging. Let's find some good here.
Well, I know.
Basketball.
Coach
Yeah,
women's
no.
basketball, I think she's pretty good.
Oh yeah, she's a great coach. But she was going to Georgia. She got a call on the way to Georgia and said, "Wait, we've changed our mind." And she comes back to Oxford, and now she's back in Oxford when all of her assistants have left. What's with
I
that?
think
Didn't know that.
I thought that Ole Miss stepped up and gave her more money is why she stayed.
I just hear stuff on the street.
Well, you know more than me.
Yeah,
You think
I don't know.
Georgia reneged?
That's what my impression is, but I do not know.
Well, I can tell you this. She's done
But
a
I have
bang up job.
I've got ultimate confidence in Keith Carter. The way remember when Matt Luke was like fired and he got Kiffin. Can we talk about Kiffin for a minute?
Oh, yeah. You talk all you want.
Rumor on the street, this is unconfirmed. His kids are registered in Oxford schools now. What is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
His young kids. Yeah. That's completely unconfirmed, but
Well, I know he has a son and a daughter.
yeah, younger kids.
But he didn't have custody of his kids, right? Does he? Doesn't he?
Yeah. So is the
I was gonna say, where's his mama?
Yeah, are they moving here? I do not know. But my whole point in saying that, I'm just talking word on the street. But I think Kiffin we knew when we got him, he was a name. He might only be here for a year or two. He's done really well and he might be gone. But I think he might be sticking around.
After this coaching carousel and this offseason, if he didn't get one of those jobs,
Sure.
I mean,
And I don't know
going
that
to have to be Alabama or
Yeah.
somewhere massive for him to
He
leave.
might be sticking around, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, I've seen some pictures of his wife or ex-wife. She would be a good addition to Oxford.
Have you seen pictures of his 25-year-old girlfriend?
Well, no, I hadn't seen that, but
I don't know if they're together or not. I should not go there. Sorry.
okay.
He's a grown ass man. He can do what he wants.
Yeah,
He can do whatever he
I
wants.
say good
All
for
of it with
him.
another grown ass adult.
I say
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
he's doing good.
You're right, Blake. I think if he wasn't in the last rotation, the odds are, he may end up liking it. I don't know. Maybe we're jumping on a, bandwagon, but
Oh, obviously, we're a little
if
biased.
we could get another couple years out of him, I'd be real happy.
Yeah.
All right,
and
quarterback
Bill-
predictions. Who y'all got? What's the word in
Well,
Oxford?
Okay, so I didn't go to the spring game. You did a scrimmage a
Yep.
couple of weeks ago, last time you were at my house.
Mm-hmm.
So Jackson Dart did not do that great in Grove
I
Ball.
watched the spring game.
I did. One there didn't. You know who's a wonderful kid and we're great friends with the family of, and that's Kincaid Dent. So does Kincaid have a shot, or is he the Ryan Buchanan of his day? Also, Buchanan's wonderful families of ours.
Craig, to be honest with you, I don't think he has a shot to be the number one quarterback. I mean, I guess anything can happen, but what year is he in?
That's a good question. I don't know how much eligibility he has, but
Third year in school, maybe this will be
Yeah.
his third year, something like
Well,
that.
here's what I say will happen. Let's just assume Altmaier is a star quarterback.
Okay.
You know who's going to jump in the transfer portal as quick as they can?
who's that?
Jackson Dart, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
He'll be gone.
he'll be gone.
So in that case, Kincaid Dent will be the backup.
Yeah.
And if something happened, who knows? You know,
All right.
This transfer portal and NIL have changed college sports
oh, absolutely.
completely. Yeah.
It's nothing like
We had a Southern Miss player email me the other day and was getting me this long paragraph about, getting the NIL deal with Hattiesburg Country Club. Might not be a bad idea for us.
There you go.
Yeah.
You might need to. What was his name? Wegener, or I'm just kidding. I don't know. There's some good prep kids who play golf. Yeah.
No,
And
this
coming
was a
on.
football player
Oh, a football player.
who's trying to get
Gotcha.
an NIL deal, little free membership to play some golf.
I got
And
you.
in return, he advertises HCC.
Well, that might not be a bad deal.
Might not be a bad deal. It's the right
Well,
play.
hey, where is Matt Corral going in the draft? It's going to
Yeah, we got
end up
NFL
first
draft is this week.
Yes,
I know.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
night. Matt's going in the first round.
You think?
Maybe not high up, but
I've heard a lot of people say he's not going to the second.
no, let's say he goes in the first, and what if the Saints get him?
He's gonna go. He's not gonna go in the first round. I hate to say it. He just don't have enough smoke right now. Everybody else has got more attention than him. But he's gonna go in the second round. He's gonna go to one or two teams, the Saints or the Seahawks.
Well,
Reunite with DK.
DK Metcalf, I'd like to see him come to the Saints. Although I'm still set on
Dad's on the
Jameis
James
Winston
Winston train.
Winston, the quarterback for the Saints. I mean, I think I'm going out on a limb and saying he's going to be the man. And that's a long, slippery limb
No, I
to
wouldn't
be
say
out on. But
Well, hey, we'll be looking for our friend Jarian Ely in the second round, maybe. He decided he wasn't coming back. Tate cheered at prep when Jarian was playing there. And yeah, so what's Jarian Ely going to do?
running backs are a dime a dozen.
Mhm.
And they, he could go, I don't think he's going, first round for sure.
Right.
Maybe I predict him third round.
He looked
Same
good in
with
black and
Stu
gold.
Connor. I think Stu Connor is going to go before Ely. I predict that. What do you think, Blake?
I think Snoop Connor will have a better NFL career, probably. Not
Yeah.
to say Jaron Ely won't, but Snoop Connor is that dude
He's a
in
man.
the NFL.
I mean, that guy's. I'm
He's
scared.
fit
Well,
for the NFL.
Hey, here's an opportunity for you. Do you remember the draft when Laramie Tunsil went through?
Oh yeah.
Buy the NFT.
Buy the NFT. He's okay. Laramie Tunsil, Ole Miss guy. Who planted that? What was that all about? But anyway, the gas mask Laramie Tunsil thing, he's doing an NFT for that video of him with the gas mask. And where are the proceeds going to? Some
What's NFT mean? It's
non-fungible. Yeah,
You don't know what the NFT is, Dad?
uh
Whoa, you were out of
Tell
the
me. I must be out of the loop.
Jeez.
non-fungible token. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like
hard. I don't even know what it is.
yeah. It's
Oh, so y'all don't know what it is either.
it's
I
Bitcoin.
know what it is, but I
It's,
don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Jeremy Tunsil's selling one NFT on his
Oh, the perfect
Video
person
of
to
the
talk
gas
about Laramie
mask.
Tunsil
Yeah.
right here.
So that's crazy. Yeah.
Who is it?
So who's gonna buy that? But
This
that
guy right here.
Oh my gosh. Look
Yeah.
at the head on that thing.
Hey guys.
Is that is that the legendary Ferris Miller?
Yeah, it
Welcome
is.
to Miller Time with Big T.
We're live.
wait,
Ferris.
hold,
We're
hold
live.
on.
We're
Ferris
live,
Miller.
Ferris. We're live.
Sorry I'm late.
Well, what a surprise, huh?
Yeah, I got held up
Hey,
doing some
are
real
you
dirty.
on the are you on the backyard at our
Yeah.
house on Ashcott?
Yeah.
Looks so good. Looks so good.
Now,
Gotta
did you do that, Craig, or was that Ferris? Did that?
No, I lived in that house for 30
Chipping
years, as
greens.
did Ferris.
Oh,
But he's got a little golf thing going.
Come on.
he's getting ready for the Big T
Yeah.
Invitational.
Are you coming to play in the golf tournament?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
We
been
didn't have
trying
him on.
to answer the phone.
I called you back yesterday. You didn't answer.
I didn't see that.
You got a team coming?
Trying to get one together. I got one
Okay.
guy.
All right.
We'll be up there.
Well,
But hey,
let's get.
Ferris, go ahead,
Ferris.
Thomas. No, you
No,
go
I was
ahead.
just going to let Ferris introduce himself, and for everybody that might be listening, this is Craig's son. Ferris has just joined us,
719.
my
yesterday
nephew.
called Ferris.
and Ferris, let everybody know what you're doing now, real quick.
Yeah, Blake's cousin, Thomas's nephew, Craig's son. And I'm in Jackson now. I just bought my parents' old house. They bought their parents' house. Just living here, working, managing a landscape company, spraying some mosquitoes.
All right.
Working on this house, trying to get it.
Now, what's the other big news you can tell everybody?
Oh, just got engaged. Got a
Yeah.
fiance. Getting married next June.
Next June, okay.
Yeah,
In Chicago, right?
in Chicago.
Can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, it'll be
Can't
a
wait
fun.
for that. We're talking about the draft, Ferris. And where will we break with Laramie Tunsil?
Talking about
You
his
said
new
Ferris
his
talk.
Laramie Tunsil's NFT.
Oh,
What do you
Wow.
know about that,
Yeah.
Ferris?
You remember, yeah, Laramie went to the
Yeah.
draft, and yeah, that was crazy.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But, hey, Ferris, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You remember when this was Christmas, let's say 3 or 4 years ago, you're scouting for duck hunting places out at Sardis. You go up to Abbeville in your Land Rover, you get stuck.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be at a New Year's Eve Christmas service. I mean, not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve service. You get stuck. You call my dad, my phone's about dead, my car's stuck. I don't know what to do. And I come out and get you. And remember what we said? I mean, I said, there's no way. So I come and rescue you.
Yeah, I had already flooded my waders too. Phone
Your
in.
phone,
It was like
your phone,
15 degrees outside, and my phone was dying, and I had to walk about half a mile in my boxers to
in
meet
your
you
box, and I'm
with a
trying to
bunch of
get there
Christmas presents
with a bunch of Christmas presents.
and my
And
shotgun.
I'm like, Ferris, how are we going to get your Land Rover out of here? And I said, you know, AAA towing services are never going to get here. And you said, I don't need the towing service. I just need a high school kid with a truck and a couple of friends. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
I know where you're going.
Who was your friend that came?
Thomas Mayo. Thomas.
All right. Blake and Thomas Miller. Do you know who I'm talking about, Thomas Mayo?
I don't think so.
All
Am I
right.
supposed to?
We're changing the subject. We're changing the subject.
All right, well, you can.
Because here's what Oxford has been talking about really since the fall. Since the fall, our friend David McGee released his memoir called Dear William. That's all about his son's death, William.
Right.
Ferris was in the pledge class between William and his older son, Hudson. Hudson almost died of an OD, and then William did die of an OD. If you haven't read the book, Dear William, it is a must read. Excellent book. We made everybody read it before Thanksgiving. I don't know if Ferris finished it, but he knows William and he knows Hudson.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's that. And then this is a very important topic. We're not talking about sports right now.
That's all right.
Our friends, Cal and Caroline Mayo, lost their son, Thomas Mayo. That's who the boy Ferris is talking about. When you need a kid with a truck and a couple of friends, you call Thomas Mayo. Thomas Mayo was now a junior at Ole Miss, and he died a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you told me.
We gotta talk about this fentanyl coming from China going to Mexico. Pill pressers. I live in a college town, and I've listened to Cal talk about this. Cal's the dad, my good friend. We got to talk about this. The drug culture in college or anywhere has changed in the last even 2 years.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Craig. How are they, Ferris and Blake may know this better, how are they, so the fentanyl's being put in other drugs, right?
Right. So it's different. I mean, Thomas, you know, when we grew up, we knew people who smoked pot. It was discreet, but and then there was maybe cocaine, and then maybe there was meth, but now it seems really, really easy for the young kids to be comfortable buying something stamped with Xanax or Adderall or Percocet. But 50-50 chance when you buy something off the street stamped Adderall, Percocet, Xanax, it is talcum powder with fentanyl in it.
Well, is that because fentanyl's cheaper, or?
Oh, yeah, you can buy a boatload of fentanyl from China right now and have it shipped to Mexico, and they'll press it into pills.
How the hell do you know all this?
Because I heard. So my friend Cal, whose son
just we're doing the research.
No, he is speaking. He is talking about it. First of all, you got to eliminate demand. I mean, why are these kids wanting to do this? That's one question. Let's eliminate demand. But after Cal, so Cal is speaking out freely. And after Cal speaks, Scott Leary, my friends, who is a federal prosecutor, speaks, talking about how drugs have changed completely. But it's all about this fentanyl, cheap China, Mexico, pill pressing. Yeah. You know, it doesn't sound bad. It sounds worse for a kid to buy meth than it does for a kid to buy Xanax, right? But they don't know that Xanax is not Xanax. It's
fentanyl, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what'll
yeah.
kill you.
It's in everything now, I feel like, and
Yeah.
it's a huge problem. I've lost way too many friends from it, and it's
Well, what was it a few weeks?
I don't know what the solution is.
What was it, a few weeks ago? The football players from Army down in Florida somewhere overdosed on fentanyl. They thought it was something else on spring break. I don't know if y'all kept up with that,
I
but
think I saw that. I
it
think I
is a
saw that.
problem. And
Yeah.
you know, it is. I'm glad you brought it up because, you know, maybe we can help spread the word about it.
Well, my state senator here, I haven't registered to vote in Oxford yet, but nonetheless, the state senator here brought up a bill. Right now, fentanyl test strips are labeled as drug paraphernalia in Mississippi. And so they're not readily available. And she brought up a bill to make fentanyl test strips. And it's a shame that we've come this far. I mean, I agree, but I mean, like, for these kids who are gonna do it because the demand is there and they're buying it off the street, let's go ahead and test it before you take it. For some reason, that bill to declassify fentanyl test strips as drug paraphernalia died in committee.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah. I mean, voted against by Chris McDaniel, Melanie Sojourner, Daniel Sparks, Jordan, the chief of the committee. So we're going to get that going next year. So it's a shame that we're at that place, but you know, the other,
maybe at some point we could get Cal to be on here with us and
he's amazing.
About, you know,
yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, you know, he's very well known. He's in every book that you've ever read about. Yeah. So that has been the talk of Oxford lately. After the David McGee book, you need to read Dear William, and then Thomas Mayo, The Cutest Kid You've Ever Seen in Your Life. We got to talk about it.
Well, Blake, you got any questions for Ferris? Y'all can chop it up.
Hey, Blake, let's talk about the last weekend during the fall that Ferris wasn't here when you were here recently, but y'all were here that weekend. What football game was that you were here and Ferris was here?
Tulane.
The
one all y'all are probably trying to forget.
What happened that weekend?
Y'all, my cousins are just crazy.
Oh, is that when y'all all went crazy up there?
Not everybody.
What do we do? Oh man.
Yeah. Ferris was completely defending his sister.
We don't need to talk about that. I was just trying to defend my sister.
Yeah, that's it.
So which
one?
You know what happened was it was a freaking.
No, you don't have to say what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
That was problem number one. You couldn't do anything in the Grove without look like you just walked out of a swamp.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Thomas, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So it's been what, 6 years since you got your LVAD?
Yes. Almost
exactly. Yep.
How long ago was it that you had your first heart attack? You were 42, so almost 20 years ago?
My first heart attack was in 2003.
3 or 4?
3.
Oh, it was 4.
So I remember being at UAB and hearing this talk about an LVAD, and it serves kind of sort of two purposes. One is people who are going to get a heart transplant and other people who are going to live with it for the rest of their life.
Right.
And you were not on the
eligible. Right.
Why?
Because I had some problems with my lungs.
How do you explain that?
I have what they call bronchiectasis, and that's a condition that it's not curable. So for me to get a heart transplant,
you would need a lung.
I would have to get a double long and hard. And that was really not an option. So I'm on the LVAD permanently.
Right.
So, which is fine. I mean, I'm used to it now.
You got a good quality of life.
I
Right.
think my long-term prognosis is, you know, if I get 15 or 20 years, I'll be doing pretty good. You know, so I'm already at 6. So I'm planning on setting records.
I plan on you setting records as
Yeah.
well.
And so that's why we're trying to raise awareness with us having the golf tournament and things like that, you know, of the, you know, of the problem. Now our nurse, my nurse coordinator from UAB, she's coming to the golf tournament. She's gonna be, you know, doing some stuff and kind of let people know what's going on. So that'll be neat. You know, a lot of people don't have a clue about what the LVAD is, you know, and maybe we can raise some awareness, you know, of that. And that's the whole purpose. So are you gonna come down?
So here
You got somewhere to go.
Well, no. Yeah. So I'm gonna come on down Wednesday and be at the pairing party. Stay a little around a little Thursday, but you know what I'm doing that weekend? I mean, before May 19th was announced, one of Kathy, my wife's Christmas presents was this stupid concert at the Ford Center, which I need to be back for. But guess who else is going to be there? Your wife, Betsy.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
yeah. At the concert at the Ford Center?
Yeah. So
what
but
is
the
that
day,
concert?
it's that night. It's
I
May
know, but what
Thursday night. It's Carole King
Oh,
something. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually
yeah.
or a remake.
Oh, yeah,
but
Betsy's
it was
gonna-
in Kathy's birthday thing.
Yeah.
But the next day, so last weekend, funny story, double decker weekend. Ferris was there. He can probably tell you more about it. We had such a fun weekend. We end up during the day, we didn't go to the baseball game, didn't go to the spring game, but we end up in the library. And there's Gay, Cox, Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
Take over their seats. And I spend a lot of time with our old friend Shepard Smith. I'm just kidding. You know, Shepard Smith, he used to be Fox News, now
Oh, yeah.
MSNBC, surrounded by lots of beautiful men. We had a good conversation, but nonetheless, saw Gay. The other day at the grocery store, saw Mark Davis. So Betsy's coming here immediately after your golf
Yes, he
tournament
is.
with her high school group, and we're having her
Right.
over to our house.
I've already heard that.
And Mark Davis said, "What can I cook? A couple
He's
of
gonna cook the
chocolate pies."
pies.
So Mark's gonna bring a couple of pies. So on the 20th, we're gonna have all those people over to our house.
Boomer.
Boomer. Yep.
All right. Well, good.
Right. So and I gotta say,
VIP for that weekend.
yeah,
Great.
And I'm gonna
And
be
hey-
with Blake.
yeah. And
I'm
Tom,
gonna be there. I'm coming to Hattiesburg.
Good.
Come
Tom,
on.
yeah, Ferris is coming. Have you put
You got any
together?
stragglers though that need a somebody to play with?
We might. We probably will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can put you with somebody.
Yeah, I've got one guy that thinks he's gonna make it, and besides that, I don't. I got nothing else.
We can get you booked up.
You just show up on May 19th at 7:30. We'll find
Yeah.
you somebody to play with.
All right.
Yeah.
I shot my best score I've ever shot yesterday.
Where'd you
Only thing
play
is,
and where'd you
I was
shoot?
by myself.
Dude, it don't
Oh,
matter.
well.
So nobody's ever gonna believe it.
What was
Hey,
it?
where?
It was just a 40 on,
Hey,
on
man.
9. On 9.
Ferris, where'd you play?
Oh, Sunny Guy. I think they
Oh,
changed
boy.
it to
Oh.
Pete Brown now.
The municipal
It's
course.
It's wide open.
I've been there before. I played
Yeah.
out there a bunch.
Hey,
a
they're
long
making.
time ago.
I just
Well,
saw
hey-
they're making like a 12-hole golf course or something at LaFleur.
Yeah, out
Bluff.
at LaFleur's Bluff.
Oh,
Yeah.
$13 million. Yeah. Yeah.
How
yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'm excited
doing
about that.
one
That
in,
used to be my home course right there.
They're
The
doing
only
one in
place I would
Memphis
ever
too, aren't
play.
they? Aren't they doing one in Memphis?
I'm
That's the
not
same
sure.
people that built Sweet and Cove.
That's
Is
right.
doing the one in Jackson.
Okay.
Wonder if Peyton
So-
Manning will be in a part owner of that one.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're kind of pushing up on time here. It's been fun to go through memory lane and talk about some current issues, some pertinent issues, and shoot the bull. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. But we can do this again at some point. But I appreciate Ferris and Craig taking the time to jump on here with us and have fun and talk a little bit about what's going on and our family and as we get older, people don't realize that family is more important than it used than you always thought it might be. But we're glad y'all could come on here with me and Blake and shoot the bull, and moving forward y'all can talk up the golf tournament. If anybody wants to play, send them my way. And we look forward to seeing you real soon. Ferris,
All
come
right.
to the coast. Come down to the coast sometime.
Oh yeah.
Craig might make it once or twice a year, but you can come more often if you want.
I've been coming down, taking my boat out there. I gotta get Blake on the boat sometime.
You just don't call me when you come, do you?
I came by last time I was there.
Well, that's true.
I don't
That's
think the
true.
Elvad could make it on a sailboat.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to go on
Yeah.
a sailboat. I don't want to go on a sailboat.
Yeah.
All
We flipped
right.
a few times last
Well,
time I was
guys,
out there.
Thanks a lot, and we'll wrap it up for tonight. And as I tell everybody, stay the course. Have a good one. Look for us next time.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too. See ya.